Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Caitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on December 21st, 2022 in Śrī Māyāpur, India.
Pangon Langai Tegiri, Sri Guru Dhira Karinam, Sri Caitanya Mishwaram, Hari Om Datsha.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we will continue with the compilation of the Śrī Krishna Caitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled The Basic Principle Sustaining the Lives of Lord Chaitanya's Devotees is Renunciation. Under the section, the meeting of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Raghunath Das Goswami. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.214.
পরদিন হইতে রঘুনাথের রাত্রিতে সিংহদ্বারে প্রসাদার্থী রূপে প্রতীক্ষা। আর দিন হইতে পুষ্প অঞ্জলি দেখিয়া সিংহদ্বারে খাড়া রহে ভিক্ষার লাগিয়া।
Beginning from the sixth day, Raghunath Das would stand at the gate known as Simhadwara to beg alms after the Pushpanjali ceremony, in which flowers were offered to the Lord.
Although Raghunath Das was from a multi-millionaire family,
So although Raghunath Das was from a multi-millionaire family,
he was showing extreme renunciation
he was showing extreme renunciation
by his begging at the door of the Jayapataka temple.
by his begging at the door of the Jagannath Puri temple. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.215.
গৃহ গমনোদ্যত গৃহব্রত জগন্নাথ সেবকগণের রাত্রিতে পূজান্তে দ্বারস্থিত প্রসাদার্থী বৈষ্ণবকে প্রসাদ দান দিত। জগন্নাথের সেবক যত বিষয়ীর গণ সেবা সারি রাত্রে করে গৃহেতে গমন।
After finishing their prescribed duties, the many servants of Lord Jagannath, who are known as Vishayis, return home at night. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.216.
সিংহদ্বারে অন্নার্থী বৈষ্ণবে দেখিয়া পশারির ঠাই অন্ন দেন কৃপাত করিয়া।
If they see a Vaishnava standing at the Simhadwara begging alms, out of mercy they arrange with the shopkeepers to give him something to eat.
On this way, on the sixth day, Raghunath Das was taking prasadam by day.
So like in this way for 6 days, Raghunath Das was taking prasadam by begging. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.217.
পুরুষোত্তম ক্ষেত্রে নিষ্কিঞ্চন বিরক্ত ভক্তের ব্যবহার বর্ণ। এই মত সর্বকাল আছে ব্যবহার নিষ্কিঞ্চন ভক্ত খারা হয় সিংহদ্বার।
Thus it is a custom for all time that a devotee who has no other means to support stands at the Simhadwara gate to receive alms from the servants.
So this was the system followed by Raghunath Das.
So this was the system followed by Raghunath Das.
although in his former life he was a rich man's son,
Although in his former life he was a rich man's son,
here he's exhibiting extreme renunciation.
but here he is exhibiting extreme renunciation. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antilila 6.218.
সর্বদিন করেন বৈষ্ণব নাম সংকীর্তন, স্বচ্ছন্দে করেন জগন্নাথ দর্শন।
A completely dependent Vaishnava thus chants the holy name of the Lord all day and sees Lord Jagannath with full freedom.
Like Jayapataka, Sudarshan Chakra
Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra and Sudarshan Chakra
are seen by the devotees are fully surrendered.
are seen by the devotees who are fully surrendered, chanting the Harinam Sankirtan.
So this process was followed by Raghunath.
So this process was followed by Raghunath Das. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antilila 6.219.
কেহ ছত্রে মাগি খায়, যে বা কিছু পায়, কেহ রাত্রে ভিক্ষা লাগি সিংহ ধারে রয়।
It's a custom for some Vaishnavas to beg from the charity booths and eat whatever they obtain, whereas others stand at night at the Simhadwar gate begging alms from the servants. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antilila 6.220.
প্রভু ভক্তের ব্যবহার, কৃষ্ণ পিতার্থে সভোগ ত্যাগ বা অখিল চেষ্টা। মহাপ্রভুর ভক্তগণের বৈরাগ্য প্রদান, যাহা দেখি প্রীত হন গৌর ভগবান।
Renunciation is the basic principle sustaining the lives of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu's devotees. Seeing this renunciation, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is extremely satisfied. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Anyone, whether an ordinary materialistic person or a pure devotee, can understand the behavior of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu's devotees if he studies it minutely. One will thus find that the devotees of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu are not at all attached to any kind of material enjoyment. They have completely given up sense enjoyment to engage fully in the service of Lord Kṛṣṇa and dedicate their lives and souls to serving Kṛṣṇa without material desires. Because their devotional service is free from material desires, it is unimpeded by material circumstances. Although ordinary men have great difficulty in understanding this attitude of the devotees, it is greatly appreciated by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu.
Understanding this principle is like I said, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
Understanding this principle is Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
He made a simple system
He made a simple system
of following the four regular principles
of following the four regulative principles
and chanting 16 rounds
and chanting
minimum every day.
16 rounds minimum every day.
So this is the renunciation which he considered suitable in this day and age.
This is the renunciation that he considered suitable for this day and age.
Taking Kṛṣṇa, avoiding taking intoxication,
Taking
gambling, or illicit sex.
taking prasadam, avoiding meat eating, intoxication, gambling, and illicit sex.
And engaging in devotional service as much as possible.
And engaging in devotional service as much as possible.
The 6 Goswamis in Vrindavan
The 6 Goswamis in Vrindavan
live under a tree.
would live under a tree.
Lord Caitanya, the Prabhupada, saw that the devotees at the present time
Srila Prabhupada saw that the devotees at the present time
they could not imitate the 6 Goswamis.
that could not follow or imitate the 6 Goswamis.
But if they live in an ashram or they in their home, if they regularly worship the deities, take prasadam,
If they live in the ashram or at home, they regularly worship the deities, taking prasadam,
that would be the level of renunciation they could maintain.
and that would be the level of renunciation that they could maintain.
In Kali Yuga, it says, actually, to go sannyas, to go to the forest, is prohibited.
So actually, to take sannyas, to go to the forest is prohibited.
And therefore, one is recommended to be a grihastha.
So therefore, one is recommended to be a grihastha.
So everyone, the ladies, husbands and wives, who both practice Krishna consciousness.
Then we want the husband and wife to both practice Krishna consciousness.
And that's follow the standard of renounced life.
Thus follow the standard of renounced life,
Not taking any non-veg,
not taking any non-veg, etc.
Jai.
Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.221.
প্রভুকে গোবিন্দ কর্তৃক রঘুনাথের সিংহদ্বারে প্রসাদার্থ প্রতীক্ষার সংবাদ জ্ঞাপন। প্রভুরে গোবিন্দ কহে রঘুনাথ প্রসাদ নালয়, রাত্রে সিংহদ্বারে খাড়া হইয়া মাগি খায়।
Govinda said to Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu, Raghunath Das no longer takes prasadam here. Now he stands at the Simhadwar where he begs some alms to eat. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.222.
রঘুনাথের ত্যক্ত গৃহ বা বৈরাগী সংজ্ঞা তাহার বৈরাগ্যে প্রভুর সঙ্গে। শুনি তুষ্ট হইয়া প্রভু কহিতে লাগিল, ভালো কইল বৈরাগীর ধর্ম আচরিল।
When Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu heard this, he was greatly satisfied. Raghunath Das has done well, he said. He has acted suitably for a person in the renounced order.
Raghunath Das has taken the renounced life,
Since Raghunath Das has taken the renounced life,
left his home and went to Jayapataka
left his home and went to Jagannath Puri
to join Caitanya Mahaprabhu.
to join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
So his life also transformed,
so his life also transformed
and he practiced vairagya,
and he practiced vairagya
or renunciation.
or renunciation. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.223.
প্রভু কর্তৃক বৈরাগী বা ত্যক্ত গৃহের বৈধ ও অবৈধ আচার বা ধর্ম বর্ণন। বৈরাগী করিবে সদা নাম সংকীর্তন, মাগিয়া খাইয়া করে জীবন রক্ষণ।
A person in the renounced order should always chant the holy names of the Lord, should beg some alms to eat, and he should sustain his life in this way. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. As stated in the Hari Bhakti Vilasa, at the end of the 20th Vilasa, 366, 379 and 382, A well-to-do householder Vaishnava cannot live like a person in the renounced order who completely takes shelter of the holy name. Such a householder should chant the holy name of Kṛṣṇa in the morning, at midday, and in the evening. Then he will be able to cross beyond his science. Pure devotees in the renounced order, however, who fully surrender to the lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa should chant the holy name of the Lord with great love and faith, always thinking of Krishna's lotus feet. They should have no occupation other than chanting the holy name of the Lord. In the Bhakti Sandarbha 283, Srila Jiva Goswami says, it is Srimad Bhagavatam's opinion that the process of deity worship is not actually necessary, just as the specific prescriptions of the Pancharatra and other scriptures do not have to be followed. The Bhagavatam enjoins that even without practicing deity worship, one can achieve the complete success of human life by any of the other devotional processes, such as simply offering oneself at the lotus feet, Lord's lotus feet, for Lord's feet for his protection.
Srila Balaram had engaged his disciples in distributing books
Srila Prabhupada had engaged his disciples in distributing books
in the Western world, and he begged on the people.
in the Western world. If you beg from the people,
I think they are parasite on society.
they think that you are a parasite on the society.
So he had us give out books of prasada and take donations.
So he had us give out books of prasadams and take donations.
To live in the temple, live in the ashram,
To live in the temple, to live in the ashram,
take some prasada.
and take some prasad.
What was possible in India and not necessarily possible in the modern world.
What is possible in India, it is not necessarily possible in the modern world.
500 years ago, the situation was much different.
500 years ago, the situation was much different.
You know, when I came to India 50 years ago,
Even when I came to India 50 years ago,
sadhus could ride trains.
sadhus couldn't ride on trains.
No, they couldn't ride.
Could ride free on trains. Or free on trains, sorry.
They had to sit on the floor.
You have but they have to sit on the floor. Sorry, Guru Maharaj. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Ante Lila 6.224.
বৈরাগী হইয়া যেবা করে পরপেক্ষা কার্য সিদ্ধি নহে কৃষ্ণ করেন উপেক্ষা
Vairagi, a person in the renounced order, should not depend on others. If he does so, he will be unsuccessful and he will be neglected by Kṛṣṇa.
This is the process of Vairagya that was practiced 500 years ago.
So this was the process of Vairagya that was practiced 500 years ago. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Ante Lila 6.225.
বৈরাগী হইয়া করে জিবার লালস পরমার্থ যায় আর হয় রসের বশ
If a renunciant is eager for his tongue to taste different foods, his spiritual life will be lost, and he will be subservient to the taste of his tongue.
Otherwise, one has to take non-veg, no meat, no fish, no eggs.
So that's why one should not take non-veg.
One must take.
One must.
That's why one must take non-veg. No fish.
Veg.
Oh,
Yeah, what is this?
sorry. That's why one must take veg. No fish, no eggs, no meat.
This way we take prasada offered for the deities.
In this way, you should take prasadam offered to the deities.
Das was given the prasad at the Singadwar, Jayapataka temple.
So Raghunath Das was taking prasadam at the Singhadwar of the Jagannath Puri
And he
temple,
would get Jagannath prasad.
so that he would get Jagannath prasad. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.226.
বৈরাগীর কৃত্য সদা নাম সংকীর্তন শাক পত্র ফল মূলে উদর ভরণ.
The duty of a person in the renounced order is to chant the Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra always. He should satisfy his belly with whatever vegetables, leaves, fruits and roots are available. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.227.
জীবার লালসে যেই ইতি উতি ধায় কৃষ্ণধার পরায়ণ কৃষ্ণ নাহি পায়.
This verse is very famous.
So this verse is very famous.
System of satisfying the tongue, belly, and genitals.
The system of satisfying the tongue, belly and genitals
Means that you don't achieve Krishna.
it means that you don't achieve Krishna.
No. That's why the devotee, he or she takes Krishna prasad
That's why the devotee, he actually takes Krishna prasadam
and engages in devotional service.
and engages in devotional service.
Even the householder, they also chant Hare Krishna all the time.
Even if the householder, they also chant Hare Krishna all the time,
Days, morning, noon, and night.
at least morning, noon and night.
And they read Bhagavad Gita and Chaitanya Charitamrita
And they read Bhagavad Gita and Chaitanya Charitamrita
and Chaitanya Srimad Bhagavatam.
and the Srimad Bhagavatam.
And their home they may engage in deity worship.
And in whom they may engage in deity worship.
And this way their home is like a temple.
In this way, their home is like a temple.
Hare Krishna.
Jai.
What did you read the translation?
Gaur Hari.
One who is subservient to the tongue and who thus goes here and there, devoted to the genitals and the belly, cannot attain Krishna. Thus, ends the chapter entitled The Basic Principle Sustaining the Lives of Lord Chaitanya's Devotees is Renunciation. Under the section, The Meeting of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu and Raghunath Das Goswami.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.